And the reschedule for Wednesday, September 18th. Adam Lytle, Brandon Toomer-Matat, Kevin Galletta, Ryan Palmer, Brian Galletta, Eric Woolworth, Matt Stevens, Chris Stevens, Tanya Taylor, and Melissa Stevens, who is doing a day now to give birth to Lily Beth Stevens, who has been scored all season. Being inside her mom's belly and taking one lap around, she's defeated how many millions of people on the planet Earth by scoring, I think, overall 6th or 7th in points. Here we go, green flag. Adam Lytle starts him off. Looking tough in the 33C. I think it's partially sponsored by his brother Precision Graphics, but he makes very little mention of it. Good race thus far, ladies and gentlemen. Lytle searching on his first win. He's in his second full season of racing. Bought the former Gary Miller Mobile. Gary won a handful of races in it, but also pulled out of a ton. Pulled out of way more races than he wanted. So that car wants to get back to the victory lane. Adam's going to try to get him there. Kevin Galletta looking strong in second, staying within talking distance of Adam. Field breaking up a little bit here, spacing out. Lytle looking impressive. Kevin trying to stay with him. The usual 1-2 punch of Matt and Chris Stevens aren't in sight. They're in the back. It usually shows a tough crowd when the field spreads out. Matt there trying to move up. Green flag back out. Lytle, Kevin Galletta, Ryan Palmer, Matt Stevens. Oh my Lord! Kaboom! Someone goes off the track. I believe it might have been Eric Woolworth. Another restart, ladies and gentlemen. Lytle again in the lead. Kevin Galletta, Ryan Palmer. Matt Stevens is in his wife's scissors and fur number 80, which some people don't know. That's an actual clone of the Galletta's Greenhouse number 33 Matt Silver bullet car. But it has a few extra bumpers, and it just doesn't have quite the same handling as 33, even though they made it to be identical. Matt now dive bombs under Ryan Palmer. Chris Stevens near them both, looking for an opportunity to pass them both. Adam, this is his best race of his career by far in the early going. Matt does get by Palmer. Now Chris has got to try to get by him. He got by him in the heat. He caught him sleeping on a restart. He got a good jump on him. It's a little bit harder when everyone's up to full speed. Matt testing his cousin Kevin. Kevin himself is not too far away from the birth of another child of his. As far as Adam Lytle is concerned, is say Kevin, hold off Matt and Chris as long as you can. And Galletta's Matt and Chris are the most experienced drivers. They're the guys that are testing constantly, and someone goes flying off the track out there. It might have been Ryan Palmer. Yes, it was. Ryan Palmer flew off the track, clobbered the tires out there, and he kept going though. He bounced off and on the track and kept going, but he took a while up there. That'll beat up your drive system, something like that, but he kept going. lost a lot of ground on the leaders, folks. He was kind of up there. Now he's way far back. Lytle getting past lap traffic. Tanya Taylor trying to stay out of everyone's way. Or I think that's Tanya Taylor. It's not Taylor Matat. I believe it's Tanya Taylor. Taylor Matat is moving along much quicker than that. Lytle, impressive as all hell. He is pulling away from Kevin once again. Oh, wow. Ryan Palmer having a hard time getting around, I believe, his girlfriend, I'm not sure. Kevin here caught up with Adam. Adam must have had a bad lap. And when Kevin tried to get Lytle, man, sniped him. No, man, didn't get him. He almost did. It looked like he was going to get him. This is a pretty damn good race here, ladies and gentlemen. We wish we'd have more cars on the track, but there's a lot of people in the Oswego area that are just puss out. They are just such wimps. They don't come out and race. We put on a better show, and you can quote me on that. We put on a better show than any pay track in the area. The pay track will herd 80 people with carts on the track in little 3, 4, 5, 6 car division. Boring as all hell. We put on a show. We got people of all heights, weights, and ages out here battling it out tooth and nail. You say Chris and Matt win too much, well, they've been doing it for 20 years. You take them off the track and in those same carts, anyone else, and you'll have an even battle. Experience is how to beat Chris and Matt. It's been done before. But there isn't a hell of a lot of karters out there more experienced. They've been racing for 20 years. Our track has been in our 18th year of points competition. But we were racing these karts without counting points before that. On this very track. And some of these very good. Look at this. Come on, you aren't going to find this at the little cartway. There's not enough. Oh, and Kevin Galletta, who was right in the thick of it, got caught in traffic. Man, and then sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the difference. Right there. Traffic changing the outcome of a race. Even the vets can get caught in traffic. Kevin was strong in second. Looked like he was going to stay there, but he got caught into a batch of traffic, just lost control of the car. Half the time, that's the difference between a win and a loss here. It isn't necessarily speed. It's experience and handling in-race situations. So, Chris tries to get Matt on the restart. He looks underneath him, but Matt is going to hold on to the outside groove. Another spin. Might be Tanya Taylor, I'm not sure. Either Toomer Matat or Tanya Taylor. Caution does not come out as he kept going. Good call by starter Wesley Stevens. Now Lytle has the terror of facing the 1-2 punch of Matt and Chris Stevens. Now the caution did come out. I don't know why that come out there. We went an extra lap, got an extra lap in. It didn't need to come out from what I saw, unless there was a spin in the back turn. We lost our usual cameraman in the back turn, so we don't have a good view of it. If something goes on down there and our front camera isn't focused on it, we aren't going to see it. We used to have a great camera in that back turn. We don't have a camera. Oh, Matt Stevens catches Adam asleep behind the wheel on the restart. Looked like Adam was going to get his first feature win. Not a shame. When Matt takes the lead, usually he's got it. You're going to have to beat him in traffic, or you're going to have to rely on him to brake, because he is so tough to catch and he's so tough to pass. Because he usually will pull away and hide. He's trying to put his wife's cart into victory lane. This will be the first year, if we run Classic next, after this race, which likely could happen. We might not have any more races between. This will be the first year since his wife's karts were built that his wife didn't win in at least one feature race, or his wife's cars didn't win in at least one feature race since 2007, when they met, and Matt put her in one of his cars, and then they eventually built the number 80, and then Larry Phillips sold a yard cart, which was and built to the 19. So most of his victory streak will be broken, but Matt's trying to make sure their karts still have retained their team. Scissors in for 19 and 80. Her near-victories will be in victory lane. It looks pretty likely now. Chris is trying to get Lytle. Lytle's holding them off pretty well. I don't think Matt would have got him either if Adam wasn't sleeping behind the wheel on the restart, especially for the bigger guys. It takes them a little bit more to get up to speed. So it's key for them when you're setting the pace on those restarts to get on it a little earlier than the rest of the group. Adam is one of the bigger competitors. He's got to know that when he's in the lead. He's got to get on it a little bit more. The leader sets the pace, so you can't jump on it all the way down the back straight, but in between 3 and 4 you can start to get on it and make sure you're up to speed. It might be a little tip that might save a few people from getting past on the restarts, especially the bigger guys. The lighter guys can kind of step on it and get right up to speed, but these are little 5-horsepower motors. We're not sure what we're getting out of them. They have racing parts and shaved heads. They have racing cams, racing rods. You're getting a little more than 8 out of them, but probably not a heck of a lot. Anywhere from 8 to maybe 12 horsepower. We're not exactly sure. Not the biggest motors, and they're not meant to be. We're keeping this affordable. Matt, surprisingly, is not pulling away extremely bad from Lytle. And a caution comes out, I think. There's a spun competitor in turn 2. Matt Stevens, again, in his wife's Scissors and Fur number 80, which is a clone of his Silver Bullet number 33. Which is, since the day it was built, is a terror on the field. It's usually fast, it's low to the ground, it's fast. Matt prefers his good old trusty number 3. He has the feel of it. It handles very well for him. But the 33 is a little bit quicker. So for Matt, it's a choice between a little faster and a little better handling with the 2 cars. Although it isn't necessarily true because sometimes it repeats 33 time trial sessions. With these cars in this track, it's different. Pretty much every few laps it can be different. So it's really hard to time them. The track condition changes. The motors change. The handling, everything changes on these things. So it's really tough to get a real good clue on it. But most of the time, as you can see, they're close. Matt, not really pulling away that far from Lytle. Lytle must be getting confident because he's staying right with Matt. Usually when Matt gets out in the front, he intimidates you and pulls away, rips off a few good laps, and then you lose faith in beating him and fall behind. But Lytle is staying a kart length behind him, which is impressive because he ain't even, that means you got to recut the air. There's no little tunnel effect in there, no drafting. So he's staying with them just with full out drive. Oh, maybe Matt's slowing down because it looks like Lytle might be gaining on him. Chris on Lytle's tail, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, hard to see again with this. Matt Stevens has slowed down Lytle with the pass. Adam Lytle has passed Matt Stevens. Unbelievable. Matt never gets beat by anybody, and Lytle, who has not won a feature yet, has passed him. The 80 is clearly slowing down because he's got back up to speed because now he's challenging Lytle again. That's just a weird anomaly there. Something must have happened. The motor must have hesitated something. Here's a replay. Matt Stevens running low on fuel. Lytle blows by him. Wow. Down. As Matt slowed up and Lytle burned by him on the inside. That's an exciting and unpredictable turn of events. Usually Matt, when he gets a lead, he's hooked up. He puts he'd be like an MMA fighter putting a chokehold on you. Unlikely you're going to be getting out of it it's a miracle when you do, and then a miracle just happened. Matt lost the lead to a driver who's never won a feature event before. That's impressive. Lytle must be beaming confidence now because he's gone. Oh, and Chris Stevens into the outer wall on turn 2. Something happened there, ladies and gentlemen. There was some contact there. It was Matt slowed down again, run out of fuel. Chris flew by him, and something happened in the front end of the Galletta's greenhouse. Number 5, the steering locked up. Something happened. That steering wheel just locked up something. Wheel, I don't know what it was, and the 5 just peeled in front of Matt, and kind of was going to hit the wall, and Matt certainly helped him over. You heard the impact, the big bubble. The big super modified tires. Chris Stevens now hops into his Galletta's greenhouse /crusher.com/RNC Sushi number 8. It's a mouthful. Lytle back in the lead, looking confident to get his first win. Matt Stevens, he's falling behind. He should have just, he probably should have just parked it, got another car. Unless he refueled. He might have refueled on that last restart and went to the back. No, he didn't, because he stalled right there. He tried to get underneath the guys. He was losing ground and pulled up lame. Kevin Galletta up there for some unknown reason. I'm not sure what Kevin is doing. Side by side with. Why is he going in front of Lytle? I'm not quite sure what's going on this restart. Lytle has the lead. I don't think Kevin was anywhere near it. I don't understand what is going on there. Something got messed up there. Lytle retains the top group and will retain the lead. Someone outside there is an Eric Woolworth. I'm not sure. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the video is dark. Harder to tell. Lytle now has firm grasp on the lead. Kevin Galletta second. Chris Stevens points to the 28. Something was given out of the 28. And he pulls off the track. Kevin Galletta brings out the caution in the Platinum /Galletta 28. Actually, they all have Galletta's greenhouse motors. Matt is the man who hooks up the motors. They're all spec. They're all based on weight ratio. That will give the bigger guys a little more power, although most of that is done with gearing. Very little that is done with a cam. The bigger guys do get a little bit heavier duty cam. Kevin now hops into the Galletta /Platinum 13. And now he's got the Stevens Bros back on his tail. The Galletta's greenhouse /crusher.com number 8. And Matt Stevens refueled the 80 up, I'm sure, because he's back up front. He kept losing ground and then finally stalled. At the tread first Chris, but Adam is not fooling around here. He is pulling away from the Stevens Bros. Chris is trying to get some momentum whipped up because Adam has got command of this one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that 32C has ever moved quite that quick since Lytle has driven it. Gary Miller would whip it around the track pretty good, but he would then also have a colossal mental error, or a chain would break or something, and he'd lose a ton of ground and get frustrated and leave in a hissy fit of anger. Lytle has cut that down considerably from Gary Miller's level right there. He was known as the quitter, the grumpy quitter, Gary Miller. Matt here keeps trying to show a wheel to Chris. Both of them would like to see a new winner, but at the same time, we're not going to give you an easy one. We're gonna challenge, but it doesn't look like Lytle needs kid gloves at all here, because he has got to say, well, Chris gained on him a little bit there. Matt's finally pushing Chris to warm up to number 8, I guess. Take a few laps to warm these motors up. So he's making up ground on Lytle. Chris hasn't decided yet what he's going to drive in the Classic, the 8, 1, 2 in a row. Does 12, he's not sure if he can do it. The Ford has been a beast since he put a new motor on it. It has been an absolute beast, so it could be any of those cars for Chris in the Classic. Matt keeps showing the 8 wheel. I believe I'm mistaken there. I think Matt hopped into the 19. It's white flag, ladies and gentlemen. 1 to go. Good shot right there of the trio going at it for the last lap. Will Lytle get his first career victory in his second season at Galletta's? Yes, he does. Chris and Matt second and third. Good race. It was a good race. Usually these fall races are a little on the boring side, but this was definitely not one of them. I wish we could have did it in the daytime, got a better shot of the action, but it was a fun one. And Lytle, congrats to Adam. Ooh, the motor puffing some yucky looking smoke there, but Adam Lytle in his just completed his second full season at Galletta's. He missed a couple shows here and there, not much. And he sticks to it, gets his win. Had to deal with a little bit of adversity. Matt blew by him on a restart. He got him back when Matt ran out of gas. And he can say he passed Matt for the win. That's not too many people can lay a claim to that.
Come here. Ready?
Okay, the 50. We're getting a big glare with the 50.
Get next to Cam. Quick, everybody arms around each other. Put your arms around them. Cam, look at mommy. Everybody look. Hey,
What'd you blow out?
right here.
Lost your exhaust?
I lost my exhaust or anything.
Can I see that? Can I see that? I was mad.
Why do you have a mad face?
Guys.
Can I have a happy face?
Yup.
Quick.
Let's see the 50.
Ready?
If I can get the 50 over here. Maybe if we move it.
Everybody.
You want to put it like right here?
Or just so
Angle it
it's
different?
not, yeah.
All right.
And no ain't blocking your number.
You snot.
Okay, there we go.
Everybody happy face. Ready? Cam.
Okay.
Cameron.
Lytle gets his first win going in.